The following is a feature presentation of SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network.
Back before 2002, when the Texans came in, the Falcons and the 49ers both used to be part of the NFC West. And then, when they expanded to 32 teams and had 8 different divisions with 4 teams in them each, they had to separate, with the Falcons going to a newly created NFC South. Well, the Falcons are NFC South champions, and the 49ers are champions of the West. And they had to meet on a collision course in these playoffs. In a battle out in San Francisco, the question that will be on everyone's mind is, who's gonna come out on top to play the Eagles next Sunday? We're about to find out the answer to that question today. Welcome everybody to our final divisional round matchup here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. Hello everybody, I am your host and broadcaster Joe. What a season it has been. We've come quite a long way from that first kickoff game we had between the Ravens and Chiefs at the start of the season, and even this week we've gotten quite a lot of interesting and exciting moments since the kickoff game we had with the Chiefs and Ravens at the start of the week. And one team that can definitely say they are here and ready to roll are the San Francisco 49ers, who are hoping to make it to their 4th straight NFC Championship game, and it would be their 3rd under former Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy in as many years as he has been in the league. It's going to be very, very interesting and fun to see how things go with them. If they can make it on, then we've got a rematch of the NFC Championship game from 2 years ago between the Eagles and the 49ers. But meanwhile, the Falcons, they want to try and get back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since the 2016-2017 season, when they were led by Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, and hopefully try to get some bad memories from that particular season out of their mind, if they can manage to get onto Tecmo Super Bowl 59, that is. Of course, if that happens, it would be renewing an old rivalry that used to happen all the time in the early 2000s in the playoffs between the Falcons and the Eagles. We'll see how things go, though. Gonna be very fun to see who comes out the victor in this one. We have a lot of fun game ahead of you, but we don't have a lot of time. We're going to take a small break, but when we come back, we will take you down to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara for the start of the final divisional round game. And here we are in Santa Clara, California. The Falcons will call heads. It will indeed be heads. And the Falcons will elect to return the ball. So that means that Jake Moody is going to have to kick it off. And meanwhile, it will be Avery Williams back to return it. And he'll take it from about half yard deep in his own end zone and get up to the 10. He's trying to fight for more yardage, but he can't quite. Let's take a look at that Falcons starting offense. Kirk Cousins got a big contract in the offseason to come here from Minnesota in his 13th year in the league out of Michigan State. Bijan Robinson is injured, so at running back position, you will have rookie Jace McClellan out of Alabama, but Tyler Algier is still here. So it's a 2 running back set for Atlanta. Wide receivers, you've got Drake London and Darnell Mooney. Kyle Pitts is the tight end for Kirk Cousins. He's lining up on the offensive line alongside Drew Dahlman, Matthew Bergeron, Chris Lindstrom, Jake Matthews, and Caleb McGarry. Raheem Morris in his first year as the head coach of the Falcons, and the offensive coordinator is Zach Robinson. First and 10 for Cousins and the Falcons, the man in motion. And Cousins going to try and run forward, throw this one for Drake London, who's deep down the field. Look at this man go. He's still going, and he's going to be down around the 32-33 of the 49ers. First and 10 for Atlanta. Cousins stepping back, looking, throwing this one to his right-ish for Kyle Pitts. And Pitts, can he score with this one? He will! 2 plays is all it takes for Atlanta. And Kyle Pitts gets him on the board quickly. 7-0 Kirk Cousins, and the Falcons take the lead against the number 1 overall seed in the NFC. And so meanwhile, the 49ers will be back to return. Isaac Garindo will return Young Wei Koo's kick. He'll take it from about the 6. It's up to the 15, 20. And 25, still going, 30. 34-ish now is where he gets stopped. So let's take a look at that starting offense for the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy in his 3rd year as the Mr. Irrelevant of the 2022 NFL Draft. He comes from Iowa State. Kyle Juszczyk is running back, but like with the Falcons, they have an injured running back in the form of Christian McCaffrey. So Jordan Mason is lining up behind Purdy alongside Juszczyk. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel are the wide receivers. George Kittle is the tight end for San Francisco. He's going to be lining up on the line alongside Jake Brendel, Aaron Banks, rookie Dominic Cooney out of Kansas, Trent Williams, and Colton McKivitz. Kyle Shanahan in his 8th year as the head coach of the 49ers, and the offense coordinator is Clay Kubiak. Fun fact about the 49ers' Trent Williams, he used to have to protect Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins. Throw over the middle is, or kind of middle right, is incomplete. It was for Kittle. So, 2nd and 10, shotgun formation for Purdy. Looking and throwing to his right for Deebo Samuel, who dives for it. Samuel gets back up. Look at this man go, avoiding another tackle as he's down around the 12-yard line. Quick, let's get a look at that defense for the Atlanta Falcons, though. Zach Harrison, David Onyemata, and Grady Jarrett are your defensive linemen. At linebacker positions, you have Lorenzo Carter, Troy Anderson, Caden Ellis, and Matthew Judon. A.J. Terrell and Mike Hughes are the corners for the Falcons, and meanwhile, their safeties are Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates. Jimmy Lake, the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and the special teams coordinator is Marquise Williams, the only coach of the 4 big coaches for the Falcons that is not in his first year here in Atlanta, at least in his position there. First and 10 for San Francisco. Purdy going to play action. And then he's going to throw this one to his left for Brandon Ayuk, who's got the touchdown in the corner of the end zone. And just like that, San Francisco ties it back up, assuming that Jake Moody's kick goes through. That's the key point here. And the extra point by Moody on the way is good. Tie game at 7 here in Santa Clara. About an hour outside of San Francisco. Moody going to get taken down. Williams going to get taken down at about the 16-yard line. First and 10 for Cousins. Looking and waiting. Going to try and run forward with it. Taking it himself. Look at this man go. And Cousins going to get to the 30 and down around the 33. First and 10 for Atlanta. Starts there. Man in motion to the left of Cousins. Got to get this one off in time. Incomplete. Good thing he did, because that was not going anywhere. And he was going down with that if he didn't get rid of it. Algier going to get this handoff, and he's only going to get about 6. So 3rd and 4. Man in motion to the left of Cousins. Cousins stepping back. Gonna throw this one to his right for Drake London, who's got the first down. What a weapon London has been for whoever's been playing for Atlanta since he got here. And that includes Kirk Cousins. First and 10. Cousins stepping back. Looking and waiting. Throwing to his left for Darnell Mooney, who's right outside the red zone. Goes into the red zone, and he's down around the 13. And that's where this set of downs starts. First and 10. Cousins going to hand this one off to Algier. And Algier trying to break free, but he can't. And he loses 3. But he gets 3, so that's at least something. 2nd and 7. Toss for McClellan, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage for the loss of 6. 3rd and long. Cousins stepping back. Gonna throw for Darnell Mooney, who's got the touchdown. Dove for it. Darnell Mooney puts the Falcons back on top. And so with Younghoe Koo's extra point kick on the way, that means the Falcons 14-7. Not the first time we've seen these two match up in the playoffs following their going to different divisions. In fact, last time these two met in the playoffs was in the NFC Championship game right before Tecmo Super Bowl 47. Purdy gonna hand this one off to Mason, and Mason trying to get through. He gets about 7 on it. Man in motion to the left of Purdy, and shotgun formation. Throw over the middle for Kittle, or middle left, and Kittle gets back up and keeps going. And he's gonna fumble it, but he fumbles it out of bounds. And it's a first down in Atlanta territory. 1st and 10, Niners. Purdy stepping back. Gonna try and throw this one to his right, but incomplete. Looked like Deebo Samuel who was trying to throw forward, but he overthrew him. Purdy in shotgun formation on the 2nd and 10. Gonna try and run forward, and he's gonna get taken down by Troy Anderson, who dove at him. 3rd and 14. Purdy in shotgun. Steps back into his old territory. Looking. Gonna throw this one to the left for Brandon Ayuk, but incomplete. Over Ayuk's head. So they're gonna punt this one. Mitch Wishnowski to punt it. Meanwhile, Avery Williams will be back to return, but this one's probably going into the end zone, and it is, so it's a touchback. Out the back of the end zone, too. So 1st and 10 for Atlanta, starts on their own 25. McClellan going to take this one along the far side, and he gains 3. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, 2nd and 7. Cousins stepping back. Going to throw this one to his right, and it's intercepted by Brown! Jair Brown gets the interception here for the 49ers defense. Purdy going to toss this one for Jordan Mason. And he's going to get a run along the near side, and still going, and he's down around the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. 49ers going to try and tie this game up, and a handoff to Mason. He got wrapped up. Can he fight out of it? No, he can't. Loses 3. 2nd and goal on the 5. Purdy going to hand this one off to Mason, who runs it up the gut for the touchdown. Okay, maybe not exactly up the gut, but he got the touchdown. So with that, that's going to be a tie game if Jake Moody's extra point can go through. Kick on the way is up, and good. Don't go off the right upright, but good. So once again, Avery Williams back to return. Cousins, I know, is going to want that last pass he threw back. But you can't worry about the pass. You can only worry about what's going on now. Actually, let's take a look now at the 49ers defense, since we didn't get a chance to do that in the first quarter. Leonard Floyd, Malik Collins, and Javon Hargrave are the defensive linemen for the 49ers. Devondre Campbell, Diamador Lenore, Fred Warner, and Nick Bosa are your linebackers. At the corner positions, you have Isaac Edom and Charvarius Ward. And for the safeties, Jair Brown, who intercepted Cousins in the last drive, and Talanoa Hufanga. Nick Sorensen in his first year as defensive coordinator, and special teams coordinator is Brian Schneider. 1st and 10, Atlanta. Cousins will hand it off to Algier, who doesn't get very far. Only gained 1. 2nd and 9. Cousins stepping back. Looking. Gonna throw this one to his left for Darnell Mooney, who's got this one and still going. At the 45, 50. 45 now at the 44 of the 49ers. 1st and 10 for Atlanta starts there. Cousins stepping back. Looking for somebody, throwing it to his left, but it's deflected and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Hand in motion to the right. Cousins gonna try and run forward here. Taking it himself. And down around the 42. Cousins stepping back yet again. Go over the middle for Kyle Pitts. This time he connects with him, and he got the first down. So that's where we go for 1st and 10 at about the 34, it looks like. Cousins tosses from McClellan. McClellan running along the near side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and no further. So 2nd and 10. Man in motion to the left of Cousins. He's going to try and run forward with it. Taking it, getting wrapped up. And he's going to get taken down by Fred Warner for the loss of 1. So close to getting back to the line of scrimmage and not making it a sack, but it looks like he was trying to throw it to somebody. Cousins throws to his left for Darnell Mooney, who's got the first down, and he's down around the 17. This is a fun game, let me tell you, folks. 4:26. Toss for McClellan. McClellan running along the near side, and he's going to get taken down around the 14. 2nd and 7. Man in motion to the right for Cousins. Going to try and run forward here. Mooney gets the toss and incomplete. 3rd and 7. Cousins dropping back. Looking and waiting. Tosses for Mooney again and down at about the 1. 1st and goal for Atlanta. They're right on the doorstep of scoring. Toss from McClellan, who runs along the far side, coming back towards the middle before he's in for the touchdown. So Jace McClellan gets a touchdown here in the postseason for Atlanta. And so, with the extra point attempt by Young Waku seen here, kick on the way, up and good. Falcons once again have a 7-point lead. It's been going back and forth all day, folks. This might be the closest we've had yet for the divisional round. Aside from maybe that Eagles-Packers game we had on Saturday. What a game that was. Garendo going to take this to about the 16. 1st and 10. Purdy dropping back. And throw this one over to the right for George Kittle. And Kittle going to come back down with it. Gets to the 35 from 40. Down at the 42. Gained about 25 there. Maybe 26. Mason going to get handed the ball. And he gets up the middle but doesn't get very far. Gained about 1. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Mason, who runs it up the gut. Still going down in Atlanta territory at the 45 for the first down. 1st and 10. Purdy going to hand this one off. No, play action. He fooled me. Throw it to the left for Brandon Ayuk. And Ayuk is going to be down at the 3. Oh, man, Brandon Ayuk. I was sure he was going to score there. Toss for Jordan Mason running along the far side, and he's in for the touchdown. And with that, the 49ers tie this game up yet again. You know, assuming Jake Moody's extra point goes through, which it should. Moody kick on the way, and it's good. Tied game at 21. You didn't think I was going to do an announcer jinx here now, did you? Avery Williams back to return. He'll take it from about the 7-yard line. And he gets up to the 20, and down at the 23. 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Man in motion to the left of Cousins. Cousins going to toss this one for Jace McClellan. McClellan going to get up to the 29-yard line. It looks like for the gain of 6. And Atlanta's going to call their first time out of the half. Less than a minute to go. Man in motion to the left of Cousins. Cousins dropping back. Going to try and run forward, but Malik Collins says you are only going backwards. 3rd and 11. Man in motion to the right of Cousins, who's in shotgun formation. Going to try and run forward with it yet again. And this time it's a designed run. He's taking it. Maybe not a designed run, but he definitely is taking it. To about the 32, it looks like. But they got to call their final timeout. And they're going to have to punt the ball. 28 seconds remain. So Bradley Pinion punting it off. And this is Jacob Cowing, the rookie out of Arizona. Takes it from the 5 to up to the 10. And that is going to do it for the first half. We got a tie game here in California. Games of 21s. But the 49ers will be getting the ball back to start the second half. So we'll see how things go from there. Next week, Conference Championship Weekend. 2 very big games on Sunday to determine who's going to Tecmo Super Bowl 59, and it starts early with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens heading out to Ohio to take on Joe Burrow and their division rival, Cincinnati Bengals. That and the Eagles will be playing the winner of this game currently right afterwards. That's all coming up for you next week. Conference Championship Sunday here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. So, Isaac Garindo will be back to receive it once again. Interesting, both of their returners are rookies. They'll take it from the 6, get up to the 20, and down to the 22 or 23. San Francisco's been doing pretty well for themselves, but so has Atlanta. Purdy dropping back, throwing it to his right for Debo, but it overthrows him and incomplete. 2nd and 10 for San Francisco. Man in motion in front of Purdy using shotgun formation. Purdy looking and throwing to his left, but that's deflected and incomplete. 3rd and 10. Purdy going to toss this one for Jordan Mason, who runs along the near side, actually. Gets to about the 32 before he's taken down. And they say he is short. So it'll be 4th down, and the 49ers are going to punt it on this 4th and inches. So I guess they just trust their defense here. Mitch Wishnowski punting it off. And back to receive it is Avery Williams from the 10. And he'll get break a tackle. Breaks another one, but still getting wrapped up. And down at about the 19, they'll say. 1st and 10 for Atlanta starts there. Man in motion to Cousins' left. Cousins tosses for McClellan. McClellan running along the far side, still going down around the 28, it looks like. 1st and 10 for Atlanta yet again. 2nd and 2. Toss for McClellan. And he's going to get the 1st down now. There was man in motion to the left, too. 1st and 10. Man in motion yet again to the left. Cousins tosses for McClellan. McClellan running along the far side. And he got the 1st down on his own. 1st and 10. Yet again. This time on the 41. The Falcons keep driving. Toss for McClellan. Running along the near side now. And he's going to get taken down around the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons in their own territory. Their own side of the 50. As Cousins going to get wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and Talanoa Hufanga! The former USC Trojan gets the sack there. Cousins dropping back. Looking for somebody open. Trying to throw for Drake London deep downfield. He dives for it but can't get it. So now the Falcons have to punt this one. So Bradley Pinion to punt it. Jacob Cowling back to return. But this one's going into the end zone for a touchback. So this drive will start on the 25-yard line of the 49ers. 1st and 10, man in motion to the left of Purdy, who's in shotgun. Purdy looking and waiting, throwing to his left for Brandon Ayuk, who dives for it. He's got it in Falcons territory, down at the 40. 1st and 10, Niners. Man in motion in front of Purdy in shotgun. Looking, waiting, Purdy. Got to get this one off. Throws to his right for George Kittle. And Kittle taking this one pretty deep. George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the league. Easily probably the best tight end in the NFC. Purdy going to hand this one off to Jordan Mason. And Mason tries to fight through, but not quite able to. He got 5 on it. 2nd and 5. Man in motion to the left of Purdy. Purdy going to try and run forward with it, but Grady Jarrett says, "You sit down." 3rd and 11. The lot following the 6-yard sack. Purdy, play action, throwing to his right for Debo, and he's got him! The Niners take their first lead of the game! And it's in the middle of the 3rd quarter, too. Near the end of it, actually. Moody's kick on the way is doinked off the right upright, but no good! So it's only a 6-point lead. Oh, man, things are going to get real interesting now. Williams going to get this one. And get taken down at the 18. 1st and 10 for Atlanta with less than 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion to Cousins' right. He steps back on shotgun. Throwing to his left for Darnell Mooney. Incomplete. Unfortunate. 2nd and 10. Cousins dropping back. Got to find someone. Throwing over the middle for Kyle Pitts, who's got the 1st down. He's down at the 31. 1st and 10, Atlanta. No motion. But Cousins is going to drop back. Cousins going to try and throw this one to his left, and looked like Mooney was in the area, but there was a gold helmet. You gotta be careful there, Cousins. 2nd and 10 for Captain Kirk. Cousins looking at throwing over the middle. He's got it for Kyle Pitts. He got an 8-yard gain on that one. 3rd and 2. Cousins going to hand this one off to Algier, who's got the first down. First time we've seen really Tyler Algier do anything. We've seen him do bits and pieces, I think. Cousins tossed for McClellan. He comes back towards the middle, and he's down around the 46. Yeah, it's mostly been Jace McClellan they've been giving the ball to. So Cousins stepping back, throwing to his right for Darnell Mooney, who can't get a hold of it, and there were gold helmets, too. Dropped that pass. That could have been dangerous. 3rd and 7. Toss from Jace McClellan, who's running along the near side. And McClellan gonna be short. Going to the 4th quarter, it's 4th and 1, and they're going for it. Might as well. Man in motion to the left. Toss for McClellan, and he's got the first down easily. And McClellan going to get taken down around the 41 of the 49ers. 1st and 10, Atlanta. Man in motion. Cousins hands it off to Algier. And Algier going to get down around the 38, it looks like. Shotgun formation for Cousins. Waiting. Cousins going to throw this one to his right. Drake London is deep down the field, and he's down at about the 11-yard line. Man in motion to the left to Cousins. Dropping back. Got to find someone. Throwing to his right for Drake London in the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, so close. Man in motion to the left to Cousins. Stepping back. Cousins throwing to his left. Incomplete yet again. So that means we're at 3rd and 10. Man in motion. Cousins stepping back. Looking. Waiting. Throwing to his right for Drake London. Touchdown Falcons! And Atlanta takes the lead if they can get Younghoe Koo to get the extra point. Falcons definitely want this to be decided in 4 quarters, especially because they had to go to overtime with the Lions last week in the wild card round. But it's a 1-point game. Garenda will be back to return. He will take this from the goal line. Gets up to about the 10. Oh, dived at. And it's 1st and 10 at the 11. Purdy looking. Gonna throw this to his left. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Purdy going to toss this for Jordan Mason. Mason going to get up to about the 16-yard line. 3rd and 5. Purdy, in play action, gonna try and throw. It's deflected, though. Incomplete. 4th and 5, and the 49ers are going to punt. They trust their defense that much. Wisnowski punts it. Avery Williams back to return it. He'll take it from about the 26. He's up to the 40. And that's where he stopped. Well, stopped a little bit past that. Around the 41, it looks like. 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Man in motion to the left to Cousins. Toss for McClellan. McClellan running along the near sideline. And he gained 3. 2nd and 7. Man in motion to the left to Cousins. Cousins tosses for McClellan. McClellan running along the near side. Still going. And gained about 4 on that one. So 3rd and 3 on their own side of the 50. Cousins in shotgun formation. Gonna try and throw this one from McClellan on a screen. Incomplete. There was some coverage too, so could have been dangerous. So 49ers trusting their defense works out. Falcons are gonna punt it. Bradley Pinion. He's punting it off, but this one's going into the end zone, so no return from Jacob Cowing. 1st and 10 for San Francisco with a little over 4 minutes to go. Purdy stepping back. Now running forward, but Grady Jarrett there to take him down. They have to get it. They don't have to get a touchdown, but they have to at least get in field goal range. Purdy in shotgun. Trying to run forward. Taken down by Matthew Judon, who the Falcons acquired from the Patriots in the offseason. So it's 3rd and a mile. Purdy hands it off to Jordan Mason. Mason gets back to where this drive started, and he's got the first down. He needed 23. He got 23. What? That is amazing. Purdy going to toss this one for Mason yet again, running along the far side. And this time he's only going to get 5. So the 49ers going to call their first time out of the half. Less than 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 5. Purdy hands it off to Mason. Mason got the first down and more as he's down around the 47. 1st and 10. Purdy going to play action. Looks and throws to his right for Debo. It's picked up! Jesse Bates got the interception! Did they just end this game? Not quite. The 49ers still have timeouts. The 49ers can still get the ball back with time. And that's not going to get too far, but the 49ers going to call their second timeout. But, oh my goodness, the defense coming through amazingly for Atlanta there. Cousins dropping back. Going to throw this one to Drake London. And he's got the first down. Kirk Cousins, I should note, has never been to the NFC Championship game, despite playing for 3 NFC teams now. Cousins going to run forward, taken down by Leonard Floyd in the back for the loss of 7. So 2nd and long on the 43. Cousins going to hand this off to Algier. Algier running it up towards the far side. Gets taken down into the 49ers 49. 3rd and 9. Cousins dropping back. Looking and throwing over the middle for Darnell Mooney. Incomplete. Oh, they got to punt the ball. Oh my goodness, this is heart-pounding. Falcons get a pick, but they can't come through with scoring with it. Cowling back to return, but it'll be a touchback. So the 49ers have exactly 1 minute to get down the field and score. Doesn't matter if it's a field goal or touchdown, but Caden Ellis says, how about a sack? That's not a score, but he'll take it back 9 yards. 2nd and 19. Purdy dropping back, throwing over to his right for Kittle, leaps up to get it, fighting for extra yards. But they don't have timeouts. 34 seconds to go. 3rd and 3. They got to get into field goal range for Jordan Mason. Or Jake Moody. And he's going to get to the 49-yard line. They got time for maybe 2 more plays if this first one is quick. But I don't know. Purdy in shotgun formation. He's going to try and run forward. Grady Jarrett there with the sack. So they got to go with a deep bomb touchdown or something. 2nd and long. This is it. San Francisco. Throw for Kittle. Kittle's got it. He breaks a tackle. Still going, but it's too many Falcons defenders. And Atlanta is going on to the NFC Championship game up in Philadelphia. 28-27. What a wild game from the first kickoff. Both these teams should feel really proud of themselves for how they performed today. Just wasn't enough. That blocked extra point meant everything for the 49ers. Unable to pull through. Atlanta, congratulations. You're taking Kirk Cousins to his first ever NFC Championship game. Good work on you. And so taking a look, obviously, at what we have in store here is how the AFC playoffs look. As you can see at the top, you have the Ravens heading to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Great work for both of those teams. And meanwhile, in the NFC, it's a battle of birds in the NFC Championship game. 3 birds remain, and so does 1 cat, as the Falcons will be heading to Philadelphia next Sunday for the NFC Championship game. This is coming down to the wire, folks, and we are all here for it. So that's going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have been enjoying everything that has been shown to you by both us and by the teams that we have been having in these playoff games. For all of us here at SVGN, I am your host, Joe, saying good night, everybody!